I say to this day, and I do it based on my reaction. Obviously, this is personal. I say it's the greatest knockout of all time. First time I ever stood up, I couldn't sit down. I was standing up. I was just like, oh!
I saw that. I saw you stand up. That's the first time.
It was just, what?
In the last 6 rounds with AJ, in my opinion, he won 4 of them. People will argue that he at least won 3.
But when you take care of me forever
and Anthony Joshua finally delivered the crushing 6th-round knockout that ended Jake Paul's run in their highly anticipated heavyweight clash. Joe Rogan's live reaction captured just how massive the moment was for combat sports. Rogan, who had repeatedly warned about Joshua's one-punch knockout power and the danger Paul was stepping into, didn't hold back when the shot landed. He immediately framed it as more than just a fight-ending blow, calling it a moment that could stand among the most
come full steam ahead 100 miles an hour, or Jake would have moved around the ring at 100 miles an hour. There's 2 things I would have done. Tried to shut Jake down at 100 miles an hour, or I would have gone on the back foot. So Jake decided to move around the ring, and I decided.
The bout, officially billed as Judgment Day, was scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division, with Joshua entering as the clear favorite due to his elite experience and size advantage. Standing 6 feet 6 inches and weighing around 243 pounds, Joshua dwarfed Paul, who came in at roughly 216. After a cautious start, Joshua began asserting control, dropping Paul multiple times in the 5th round before sealing the fight with a devastating right hand in the 6th at 131, forcing the referee to
Anthony Joshua. Paul was sturdy for the first couple of rounds, but as the fight went on, the more experienced Joshua began to take control. After continuously connecting in the 5th round, it was only a matter of time before it was over. In the 6th, Joshua went on to knock out Paul with a big right hand. Joshua improves his career record to 29-4 now. Paul loses for the 2nd time in his career to go.
Anthony Joshua vs. Jake Paul became one of the most talked about fights of the year, not just because of the result, but because it perfectly highlighted the clash between traditional heavyweight boxing and the social media-driven influencer era that Paul represents.
By Jake, brother. Come on, bro. You're a fucking legend for that. He has such big balls getting in the ring with that guy, dude. Josh was a monster. He stayed in it the whole time, and I'm really proud of Jake, dude. All my respect to him, bro. Whatever outcome. I mean, dude, he went 6.5 rounds with Anthony Joshua, one of the best in the world. So I got nothing but respect.
And got up like 2 times.
No, it was sick.
Talk about that. I mean, there's been other heavyweights that have felt that right hand who haven't got up.
Taganu, so many people, bro. The overhand right. Jake's got a tough chin, dude. I think he does whatever he wants after this. He has such big balls, dude. He had to keep moving. That was the only strategy. People are gonna say he ran around the ring. They don't know. They don't understand fucking boxing.
He showed a ton of heart, right?
Ton of heart.
What's next for Jake Paul?
Joshua, a former 2-time unified heavyweight champion, entered the matchup as a massive favorite. Paul, a YouTuber-turned-boxer, had built a huge audience and brought new attention to boxing, though purists continued to question his credentials. Even with the hype, very few believed he had a realistic chance.
Some people believe in fairy tales. Whoever believed that Jake Paul was going to win, that was an absolute fairy tale. I've got a friend in a group message that said, I just put $20 on Jake Paul to win. I was like, bro, you just wasted your money. There was never a world in which Jake Paul was going to beat Anthony Joshua. It was always a matter of how the fight would end. So I watched all the pundits talking about the fight. Even Rosendo, my boxing coach, I was like, does Anthony Joshua represent boxing? Everybody from that world felt like Anthony Joshua was representing boxing. And as the fight started to go on, first off, he was representing boxing, so they wanted him to get the job done. All right, first and foremost. You can't lose to a guy that's perceived to be a YouTuber, even though today, Jake Paul is more boxer than YouTuber. I've said this time and time again. When you have resources, when you can spend $1 million a year on training camps, housing, food, coaches, this is not recreational anymore. He's a boxer. He's just not a boxer at that level. I ran into his brother in New York City. And I said to Logan, what parameters are in place, Logan? What safeguards do they have to make sure that Anthony Joshua doesn't hurt your brother? He said there are none. He goes, they're going to just straight fight. So in that regard, you got to give credit.
After the fight, Joshua was honest and reflective about his performance. Despite scoring a 6th-round knockout, he admitted it wasn't his best showing and felt he could have done much better. He explained that he struggled early to land clean shots and couldn't trap Paul as quickly as expected, calling it a win, but not a complete success, while stressing that he still
There's a lot of things, 100%. In the fight game, you've seen the amazing fighters that have graced us over the last 100 years, and the expectations that we put on ourselves are immense, but I tried my best. Jake done well while it lasted, but if you remember what I said in the interview with Cameron is, fighting's not just physical, it's psychological. And when you understand the psychological warfare, I did say to you is that, Jake, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna see a time when I'm gonna take your soul and you're either gonna give up or you're
has areas to improve. In True 6. Even in victory, Joshua made sure to acknowledge Jake Paul's heart and toughness. He noted that Paul showed real resilience by repeatedly getting back up after being dropped and continuing to fight against a far more experienced former world champion.
AJ's won 6 rounds, he kind of dismantled him, he took his time. How do you see it?
Yeah, it was a frustrating 2-3 rounds maybe, because Jake was moving so much, holding, but did well, I thought. I mean, I was impressed with him. I mean, I was more impressed with his toughness, because I think that last shot would have knocked out most heavyweights. I mean,
Well, he broke his jaw.
Yeah, I know, it knocked him out, but he was not unconscious. You know, I mean, look, he may not come back from, if he has broken his jaw, it's a big injury to come back from.
Well, there's pictures of him in hospital right now.
Well, listen, you've got to respect him, because he did what many people wouldn't do, which was get in the ring with him. And, you know, he didn't, I know he run and hold, but he also let his hands go at times. And he was in the firing line, and, you know, we got 6 good rounds in the end of actual work.
Is that how you see it in the end?
Yeah, I actually think it's a positive, because, you know, we could have gone in there and got it all over with 45 seconds. He's done an 8-week camp, and now he's done 6 rounds. He's got something to go back.
Joshua added that not many fighters would step up to face someone of his caliber, and Paul's willingness to keep competing in difficult moments deserved respect. Paul suffered a broken jaw during his 6th round knockout loss.
What's up, man? What's your reaction to it?
I'm just so proud of him. My mom has it.
Your brother fought his ass off, man.
Yeah,
I mean, other heavyweights have taken that right hand and only took 1.
I'm just so proud of him. That was incredible. In my view, that was a victory on all fronts.
Right.
Like, minus the actual victory, obviously, of course, but bro, like, no one expected him to last 6 rounds with AJ. In my opinion, he won 4 of them. People will argue that he at least won 3. No one expected him to last that long. Rolled his ankle, broke his jaw, still fucking fighting, man. Like, that's toughness. You know, most people wouldn't have the balls ever to step in a boxing ring to bring in their life. He stepped in a boxing ring with one of the baddest men on the planet, who's 40 pounds heavier than him and 6 inches taller. That's insane. He's one of the most skilled fighters on the planet. My brother, as a fucking YouTuber, went 6 rounds with him in a fight with a broken jaw and rolled ankle. I'm so proud of him. That was just unbelievable.
I saw you talking crap to AJ at one
Bro, I
point.
was trying to get his head. I think I pissed him off. I was just saying that. I love AJ.
Yeah.
But bro,
I saw you going down the fight game.
I was talking so much. But I just pissed him off. Then he broke my brother's jaw.
After Joshua landed the powerful right hand that ended the fight, Paul appeared bloodied and admitted in his post-fight interview that he believed his jaw was broken, a diagnosis that was later confirmed. Jake leaned into his trademark bravado afterward, posting a screenshot of his x-ray showing a double broken jaw. He wrote, "Double broken jaw. Give me Canelo in 10 days."
Nikita, just down here, Jeffrey from the Sun. Just to follow up on Jake, he said he broke his jaw in the aftermath. Has he gone to hospital? What's the health update on Jake?
Yeah, we think he broke his jaw. He's fine. We met with Netflix afterwards. He took a shower. He drove himself to the hospital. A broken jaw is very common in sports, particularly in boxing or MMA, and I think the recovery time from the doctors and surgeons we've already talked to is...
Nakisa Bidarian praised Paul's heart, durability, and overall game plan, saying Jake performed far better than many expected against one of the most feared punchers in heavyweight boxing and may have even taken a few early rounds. She emphasized that the loss wasn't due to a lack of boxing skill, but the significant size and strength difference, with Joshua's heavier frame steadily draining Paul's energy and allowing the former champion to land the shots that led to the knockout. Her comments reinforced that despite the defeat,